Hey, it's your main man, Greg Luther here. And listen, tell me if you've had this problem. People don't take phone calls anymore. If you're generating leads, you know that there's an awful lot of these leads that aren't taking our phone calls. And even worse, when you do get a few of them to answer, they're not very receptive. Why are you calling? I don't remember filling that out. We're not interested in moving, that type of thing. Let me be the first to tell you, actually, I think the phone is pretty much dead. Right? So what we've done in real estate for so long, our sole purpose is, man, how can I get them on the phone and how can I meet them face to face? Well, those are the two things that they don't want. Nobody answers their phone anymore. So, I can remember when I was younger, we used to have a thing called home phones. So those of you that are young, you may not know that. We used to have real phones at our house. And when that phone would ring, it sounded like a herd of elephants in this house. Everybody running to the phone, right? Well, today, heck, it's hooked to their hip. It's in their pocket. They'll look at it when they see it's ringing, and they don't answer the call. So it has certainly changed, and obviously email is pretty much dead as well. If you have an email tracking service, you've seen you probably have a 10 or a 12% open rate, which means if you send to 100 people, 90 of them never even open the email. That's the business that we're in right now, and that means there's a major problem for your real estate business if you're facing that problem. So again, have you ever tried to call another agent? They won't answer their phone. They usually don't return calls either. That's the market we're in now. That's just how America is. So if you think that your purpose is to generate leads so that you can call them and try and get them on the phone, and if you think that calling them 3 times, 4 times, 5 times is going to work better than calling them once, you might be in a bad position here very quickly. So the fact is, people won't answer their dang phone anymore. It's just not going to happen. It's very rare that they do. And again, they're skeptical when their phone rings and they see that caller ID come up. It's somebody that they don't know. They're skeptical to begin with, right? So, if they say, hello, hi, this is Greg Luther. I was just giving you a call back. You were on my Facebook page and had indicated you were interested. Oh, we're not looking to buy right now. We're in no hurry whatsoever. That's what you're going to hear, even if you do reach them, because they're not receptive anymore. So you've got to look at a new way of generating leads as well as converting those leads, and we definitely teach the new way. Many of you have been following where they're a lead for 24 hours and then they become an audience, and how you'll communicate with those people, that's the new way to get them converted. And we have agents all over the country right now that are generating lots and lots of closings because they've changed the way that they convert their leads. If you go to luthercall.com, I actually have a little bit of information on how to generate leads and get them converted so they'll meet you face to face, become a real live human being. So I've always said, our first goal is to get them to go from online to offline as quickly as possible, right? How do we get them from an online lead where I just have name, phone number, address, and email to offline where they meet us face-to-face, whether it's at our office, at their house, at a Starbucks or a Panera? How do we get them to work with us? So we teach a lot of that. Again, you can go to luthercall.com. When you go there, depending on your service or the browser that you use, it may show an error. Just hit the little refresh button at the top and it'll pop up. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't understand technology. I don't care. So if it comes up, great, you're going to see a training video. If it doesn't come up or gives you an error or a error code, hit the little refresh button, the circle arrow at the top, and it pops up. Who knows what's wrong with it? I'll give you $20 if you know what it is. Send me an email and let me know. I'll PayPal you $50 if you can figure out what's wrong with it, but I certainly can. So anyway, really good training on there. I think you'll find it incredibly valuable. But look, if you think your job is to generate more leads or try a different lead service, or I tried Realtor.com, now I'm going to Zillow, now I'm going to Tiger Leads, now I'm going to Dragon Leads, now I'm going to Lion Leads, it's not going to help you. Your conversion approach is broken. And people simply are not answering the phone anymore. Text works a little bit better. Email is dead. There's just so many issues with getting leads converted. And if you're not doing it the right way, you're going to continue to struggle. So a lot of our agents have turned on to turning them into an audience, and they're doing far, far better because now the prospect seeks you out. You're not chasing them all the time. You're not scheduling Tuesday night, I have to make lead calls again. Saturday afternoon, I have to make lead calls again. You're not doing that. That's an old school way of doing business, and you are 100% certain that it does not work. Right? It does not work. People won't answer their phone, and when they do answer their phone, they're skeptical, standoffish, tell you they're not interested, and then you think there's a bunch of unmotivated people. No, they weren't giving out their personal cell phone number to begin with unless they were motivated. You don't just randomly hand out your personal information. Right? So they're motivated, but your method is what's causing the problem. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Get some more information on it at luthercall.com. If you get an error message on there, just hit the little refresh button and it'll pop up. If there's anything I can do to help you with lead conversion, how many leads do you have right now? How many old unconverted leads do you have? If there's anything I can do to help you in converting those, I think you'll find tremendous, tremendous opportunities there. So what we'll do, any questions you have, you can hit me personally. I can see, sometimes I can actually see some of the messages that are coming in here. So I can see Jared says, hey, Greg, this might be in the training, but what do you mean by turning them into an audience? It's actually a great question. I hate to extend this too far. I usually try to keep it a few minutes, but I'll tell you what I mean by that. What I do, as an example, you, Jared, are not a lead anymore. You're in my audience. So if I keep giving you tons of value and I show you lots of good stuff, eventually we do business together, right? That's exactly what we're doing with our leads. It's not about, if you're looking to buy or sell, call me. Are you ready to buy yet? Do you want to buy a house yet? Hey, do you need to get a value on your house? You don't want to do that. What you want to do is provide valuable content for your leads. They become an audience that's paying attention to you, and they see you as that pro. So again, that is in the training. If you go to luthercall.com, you'll get some information on it. But this is not about scheduling. You know, I still do scheduling as well. I do the old school approach with a printed out paper and what I need to write on each day. But I'm not going to schedule 6 o'clock Thursday, I'm making lead calls, and 2 o'clock Saturday, I'm making lead calls. And anytime I have a bad month, I'm not saying, well, let me go into some of these old leads out of a random act of desperation. I'm not doing that, right? You've got to have them converted to an audience. And even if you're doing an email, a video text, some of the things that we teach within our coaching, you'll find that they're much more receptive and they will seek you out. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Any questions you guys have, you know how to reach me. I'm always here and try to answer as many calls as possible. I hope that's helpful for you, and we'll plan on talking to you soon. Go out there and make some money, and we'll talk later. Bye-bye for now. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and listen, we've got a lot more information for you to help you with growing your real estate business. We load new videos nearly every day, and I want you to have access. So you got to do two important things. It's both totally free. Number one, I want you to subscribe to this channel. You'll see the little subscribe button for you to click. If you don't have an account with YouTube, set it up. It's totally free. You got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important factor, you got to ring the bell. Right next to that subscribe button, you'll see a little bell to turn on notifications. That will let you know every time I load a new money-making video to help you with growing your real estate business. Subscribe and make sure you ring the bell. We'll see you in the next video.